Good evening and welcome to the final round of the ARL TV V8 Supercar Series, live to you from Oran Park Grand Prix circuit. Now the boys just finishing up qualifying now with about 3 minutes on the clock. Currently standings, Tobias is on pole with a 1:06.4. Kurt Stanberg in second, Anthony Kernich in third, Jake Burton in fourth, and Mark Warmington in fifth. Now, unfortunately, the other commentators tonight could not be with me. I'll be in the box by myself. Alex is away, I believe, at Silverstone, having a look at the GT Enduro series at Silverstone, along with Dean Prescott and a few other boys. So hopefully they log on and watch this later on. Big shout out to those boys. Tobias has wrapped up the championship for the third time running, and is still out there tonight to stamp his authority on the series and hopefully get one more win to finish off the year. A few of the other boys giving him a bit of banter in team speak earlier on before the broadcast, so hopefully there should be some good driving tonight. And we'll just go for a run through now on the track guide here. So we are at Oran Park Grand Prix, 12 turn track, roughly 3 kilometers, just under, I think it's about 2.6. Weather conditions partly cloudy, humidity 59, 40 degree track temp, and air temp is 26 degrees. Seems like there's a fair bit of grip out there tonight. The boys will be requiring a pit stop, being 53 laps. Look at them to come in around the 30 lap mark. Full tank of fuel will get you probably around 35 laps, I think, so it just depends on strategy. Tyres seem to go off a fair bit around here, so it might pay to come in a bit later and have a good set of rubber for the end of the race. Now I'll also just run through our sponsors as usual: GT Omega Racing and Leo Bodnar for your mod accessories for your pedals, Sim Garage, and also you can catch up with us on Twitter at Apex Racing TV or on our Facebook /ARLTV. Now tonight also brings along my last attempt at a commentary for the ARL TV series. I myself personally am moving on to other commitments on a Saturday night, having a go at the iRacing series, NASCAR. On a Saturday night I will be unavailable to commentate, but I will drop in from time to time and still say hello to everyone. So you just see there a few of the boys just finishing up with a bit of action. So hopefully I can not stuff up this last broadcast and keep you guys all entertained for the full 54 or 53 laps, should I say. It's the last couple of cars now finishing up, as we see Shane Best on screen in the Coastal Kitchenware Falcon, and he looks like he's aborted that last lap there. I can only see one other car running, but they have stopped now. So we'll just run you through tonight's grid. So you have Tobias on pole, Kurt Stanberg in second, Anthony Kernich in third, Jake Burton in fourth, Mark Warmington in fifth, Jamie Peters in sixth, Isaac Figueroa in seventh, Shane Brooks in eighth, Shane Best in ninth, Brian Borg in 10th, Brenton O'Brien in 11th, Rins Dredges in 12th, Nils Jordan in 13th, Hayden Felici in 14th, and myself obviously not setting a time as I am commentating. So the boys now just coming into staging. Should be a good race. This first corner always a bit of a nightmare, especially with cars charging from the back of the grid, not allowing enough time to pull up and causing a massive accident, as we have seen in previous events here. Hopefully now that tonight the boys hopefully will get a good start and have some clean racing throughout. Still a bit of racing to be done for the minor places in the championship. And I know a few of those Daco boys would love to catch Tobias and just prove that they're still fast. Last couple of cars now coming onto the grid. Just waiting on probably myself to grid up. There's a few more. Boys will just have to be patient, not long now. Started holding them a long time, just waiting for the green flag to come up at the back of the grid. All cars now stationary. And we've got the green flag at the back of the grid waiting for the lights. Red lights are on.
Green flag.
And we're away for the last race of the v8 Supercar Championship Season 1 2014. Looks like Tobias off to a good start there. Boys get away nice and clean, no one left on the start. Tobias leads them through the first little kink into turn 2. A few internet dramas there for Tobias, just dropped out for a second. Actually, he's completely disappeared off the screen. Oh, this could be exactly what these Daco boys wanted. They were talking about it earlier on, that they actually wanted Tobias up here in the commentary box, so we might have to drag him up if his internet's dropped out and see what's going on. He's completely disappeared off the timing. And you've got Kurt Stenberg out in front now, with Jake Burton in second, Anthony Kernch in third, Jamie Peters in fourth, and Mark Wilmington in the fifth. There's Anthony Kernch there in the Pertec Falcon, nice livery. Currently running in third place. And yes, Tobias has completely dropped out of the server by the look of it. He is not showing any laps on the timing screen at all. It's very unfortunate for our championship winner there. Jamie Peters and Mark Wilmington there having a good battle. This is for 4th and 5th on the track. Also joined by Isaac and Shane Brooks. Nice little group there of 4 cars. Very hard place to pass here at Oran Park. Not a lot of turns where you can get the job done. If you're brave enough into turn 1, you can get up the inside, but you really run the risk of not being able to pull it up by turn 2 under the bridge. Looks like Jamie just pulling a bit of a gap there now. Just look back in the pack a little bit. That's it, we've got Brenton O'Brien in the pits. Don't know what's happened to him. He's pulled off, he's staying in. Possibly he didn't change to his race setup. Let's go back to our leader now. Looks like that gap's closed up a bit, 0.3 of a second. Back to Jake Burton. Jake Burton putting a bit of pressure on him now. Coming around through turn 9. Up through 10 and 11 the kink. You want to try and take that flat out if you can. Run the risk of running wide there if you don't get the line exactly right. Turn 12, quite a tough turn there. just to get it right. Very inconsistent lines. Just jump on board now. As you can see there, Jake is leaving Powerbond Racing next season, hence the special livery that he's got. They follow him up over the bridge, beautiful section there, third gear, just tap the brakes to get it turned in. Down into third, ease it on, very easy to get loose there and drop a wheel off. Back down into third again. Smooth out, here's the kink that we were talking about, see how we go through here. Yeah, not much of a lift there, pretty solid, back down into third. And back out onto the main straight. You want to get as close to the wall as you want. Back into this tricky turn one, off the limiter a little bit there. Braking at the end of the wall nearly. Hard down through the gears, all the way back down into second. Really tough braking zone for the car. It's a good lap there. Just a bit back. Look back further in the back here. Nice little battle still going on here between three cars. Looks like Shane Bess, Shane Bess, Isaac and Shane Brook all there. That's for 7th, 6th and 5th on the road at the moment. A few boys missing out tonight's races, being Easter weekend. Real life commitments from the boys, but good to see we still got field of 15 cars or 14 cars. One of the blue flag racing cars there in the background just got a little bit sideways. Jump on board now, just down the back of Shane's car, looking back at Isaac. This view will give you a great indication of the undulation of this track. Lots of up and down hills, big bumps. I like starting to settle this car. Oh, he has a look down the inside, he's got a good run. Just not brave enough under brakes, although he's made Shane have a bit of a mistake there. Oh, look at that, gives him a good kiss. Right at the back, almost took our camera off. And that's allowed Shane Best there too to build up on the back of these two. Looks like Shane might have a run here on the inside. Sticks the nose in. Runs in wide. It's hard up through there. You got to be real easy on the acceleration. Looks like Shane's got the job done on Isaac there as well. It's a nice pass there. Let's go back and have a look at a replay of that. Beautiful move up the inside there by Shane, and we're back live. It was a good little fight, one of the best fights on the track so far. The lead's still at 0.6 of a second, the gap between Kurt Stanberg and Jake Burton. But we just won't take our eyes off this battle for a minute as Shane pushes to get past the other Shane. Battle of the Shanes tonight. just in the background there, we see Jamie Peters. He's dropped from, I think, 5th down to 8th, so he's had a bit of trouble there. Didn't quite see what happened to Jamie. This little battle's allowing Jamie to pull back up on the back of this group and hopefully make a move by the look of it. Yeah, just starting to pull a bit of a gap on Isaac there. He must have just made a little mistake coming through the midsection of the track there. Although Shane Brooks pulled right off. I don't know what's happened there. He's either spun the wheels or he might have had a cut track. Easily get a cut track through that chicane section. I would say that's what's happened. He's had a cut track and had to let all those cars through. So I'm very unfortunate. That's allowed the two KRF teammates to jump a couple of spots. And Jamie back up to 6th, Shane Best is in 5th now. Just go back to the battle up front. This gap is closed right up now. Jake doing a good job there of sticking with his teammate. That's all you got to do around this track, even though there's not many places to pass. All it takes is one small mistake, as we saw before, and you can really take advantage of it. Anthony Kernich also there, just tagging along the back here, just hoping that these two boys do get out for a bit, allow him to close that gap. He's about 1.5 seconds back now. Just having a look on TeamSpeak, looks like Tobias has exited TeamSpeak as well. I was hoping to drag him up for a bit of an interview, but he must have had some major net issues, which is very unfortunate. Go back to this battle now with Shane Brook and Isaac. It's now for 6th and 7th on track, or 7th and 8th should I say. Just move up. Jamie Peters putting a lot of pressure on his teammate there as they run down into the first corner. Jamie sticks a nose out. Brenton now exiting the pits as well. It's in there for a long time, in there for almost a minute. He's gone a lap down. Not sure exactly what happened, might find out after the race. Just jump on board now with Jamie. Must excuse my field of view. I've just moved to triple monitors and haven't reset the views for a single monitor setup to record. Hence the close-up view you're getting of Jamie's steering wheel here as he chases down Shane Best. Best just extending that gap a bit now. He's got a bit of a run on Jamie and stretched the old legs of the V8. It's just so difficult to pull the car up there on that corner. Just the car wants to lock the rears every time over a few bumps. Now we see that Isaac has closed back up on Jamie as well. These four cars battling it out, having a good mid-pack battle. Back up front, looks like Kurt's put about a second and a bit on Jake. Oh, as Isaac ran wide there. He's got a bit of damage on that Falcon, not sure where that occurred, but doesn't seem to be affecting him too much, just running a little bit wide there. Shane Brooks is trying to take advantage now. We are on lap 13 already. This track not too long. Takes about a minute 9, minute 8 race pace for these boys, and up front there the faster boys doing about a minute 7s. So not too much in it for the race pace. Just look out the back now of Brooksy's car. Oh, sorry, Shane Best. And run onto the main straight now. Oh, Jamie looks inside. Not the preferred line around that corner. You want to keep the car as wide as possible and then turn it in for the best exit speed. Looks like Shane's nice and quick through that section, just put a bit of a gap on Jamie. This 4 pack of cars, definitely the closest battle on the track so far. Everyone else seems to have just spread themselves out a little bit. Looks like we got Brenton O'Brien back in the pits as well. So must be having some trouble with that Falcon. Very unfortunate. Brenton normally pretty decent and consistent driver, so obviously having some big issues there with the car, having already pitted once. Oh, Jamie gets a bit loose there, allows the car of Isaac to close up on him under the bridge there. Very close battle, very back and forth. Jamie gets a bit sideways again. Isaac might have a look at him here, or chooses the wiser option of not sticking the nose under there. He'll look probably to get a run here out of turn 3. Well, he gets a couple of wheels on the grass. He's got a good run right on his back bumper here. He wants a nice, easy acceleration out of that corner, but I don't think he's going to be close enough this time round. Excuse me. Jamie's car gets a bit caught up there on the gutter. Isaac looking very racy now, but Shane Brooks is also on his tail. He's got to be careful. If he makes a move, he might leave himself vulnerable for the pass as well. Nothing in these 4 drivers, very close in their qualifying times. Shane Brooks now looking up the inside of Isaac. Again, just not close enough. Very hard to run 2 cars wide through there. Come out through here, very difficult to follow another car, very blind uphill section. You don't really want to rely on the car in front. As Jamie runs wide, Isaac got a good run up inside. It's going to be side by side coming through the line this time by. Shane Brooks looking to make it 3 wide. Isaac just does under nose, but he might try him under brakes here. He's got a good run coming into turn 1. Oh, he's just broke a little bit early. Might force Jamie to try and brake late here. Jamie does well. But Shane Brooks now closed right back up on Isaac. These 3 cars, nothing separating them. Oh, he's got the nose in on the quarter, or just keeps out of it. That was nearly contact there. Looks like Brooksy's got a good run on Isaac now as well, coming up over the bridge. Oh, it looks like Jake Burton's had a massive upset, and he's dropped off the timesheets right down into 8th. I'm pretty sure he was running 2nd before, and Anthony Kernich running 1st. Kurt Stenberg 2nd. Looks like he's pitted, has he? Yeah, Jake Burton's been in the pits, so he's done his pit stop possibly. On lap 18. Might be a little bit early for a compulsory stop. It was 15 seconds. Kurt Stenberg's now in as well. So we'll just jump back there now. As he sits in the pits, my calculations for pit stops might have been slightly out, as these guys are pitting early, but they're going to have a long race on these tyres. Kurt Stenberg now comes back out in 8th position. Anthony Kernich now leading the race. Mark Warmington in 2nd, Shane Best in 3rd, Jamie Peters in 4th, Isaac in 5th, Shane Brook in 6th, Jake Burton in 7th, Kurt Stenberg in 8th, Nils Jordan in 9th, and Hayden Beliki in 10th. Only 2 of the top drivers so far made pit stops. Jake Burton and Kurt Stenberg both had pit stops around the same time, 15 seconds and 16 seconds alike. So we'll just have to wait and see now. We'll go back to that battle with Shane Bess, Jamie Peters, Shane Brooks and Isaac. Looks like that gap now just opening up a bit. Ooh, a little bit of dust etc there. Don't know who that is off. Oh, we've got one of the... Looks like the Pepsi Max Falcon there. Might have been a lap car, I would say. We've lost them on the screen now, so not sure who that was. As Isaac's in. Let's watch his pit stop now. A very long pit lane too, this, and there's one of the Redback Racing Falcons in as well. Isaac will exit out in 8th position out of the pits. So it looks like all the boys now looking at about lap 20, and a fair few of the pit stops now happening. We've also got, yeah, that was Nils Jordan in the Redback Racing V8 supercar coming in for his, well, not compulsory but mandatory stop. So you've got Shane Brook and Jamie Peters out there now, running out of those that battle pack, and they're up to 3rd and 4th respectively with. As one of the Redback cars just comes out of the pits right in the middle of that battle. So we've got 13-second gap between Anthony Kernich and Mark Warmington. Shane Best, Jamie Peters, Shane Brooks. The top 5 yet to pit. So your leader, as it would stand after pit stops, would be Jake Burton. Just have to see once these pit stops cycle through. But your lead car that has pitted would be Jake Burton. He's had the quickest stop out of all with only a 15.6, so hopefully he's got enough fuel to go to the end. 2 KRF cars running very close together. Good setup by the team this week. and it's paying off with some good running at the moment. Have a look back up front. Anthony Kernich now in the Pertec Falcon, running first with a 14-second gap over Mark Warmington. Still yet to stop. Last lap was 1 minute and 8. He's staying out again. As I said earlier, I think the good strategy here would be to stay out probably as long as you could, as long as your tyres are okay, because the difference between fresh rubber and the older scrub tyres are fairly large around this track. And I would dare say you want to be a bit quicker towards the end of this race. Having 30 odd laps on one set of rubber, I think you're going to be struggling by the end of the stint, but we'll see how it goes. Still your top 5 runners yet to pit. As we have a look, that's the difference between the gap between first and second. That's what 14 seconds looks like. Just come round to complete lap 23. To come back here, there's Shane Best. Looks like he's just opened up the gap again on Jamie. It's about 3 seconds in it now. Bit of a battle going back there, and looks like Brenton O'Brien into the pits again. It's 14 laps down, he must be really struggling, not sure. He's not in TeamSpeak at the moment, but if he does get in, I'll get him up for a chat. These two coastal, well, KRF cars are still sticking with each other. Just behind them we've got Jake Burton and who is it? And Kurt Stenberg battling it out here. The two Daco Powerbomb cars. These guys are your effective leaders, as both have pitted. So once the pit stop cycle through, I would dare say this will be the battle for the lead, which is going to be quite interesting. As Kurt gets nice and sideways around that turn. Not the fastest way around this track, but the most entertaining for the commentary. Looks like Brooks is going to pull into the pits now. He's pitting from 5th place. Oh, as Kurt run wide into turn 2. Nice looking paint scheme there on that Daco Powerbomb livery. Not sure which team he's moving to next year, but as he gets very sideways. He seemed to have caught the group of Shane Best and Jamie Peters. So they come down. It's got a good run on him. So Jamie's just yielded there. Oh, same with Shane, allows him a lot of room up the inside. Although he is still fighting for it. They are still fighting for position even though they haven't pitted yet. He's more within his rights to hold his line. And he's done the switchback manoeuvre there and through. fairly clean. Just that traffic's allowed Jake there to pull a bit of a gap on Kurt. I think Kurt might have had a bit of an off there. It's fallen behind. A long way. Let's just have a look back there and see what's happening. Oh yeah, he's just had a bit of a spin. Let's have a look now, back on replay as he comes around the last corner. Sorry, the second corner. Yeah, turn 3, he's come up the inside of Jamie, no dramas. Oh, he's just gassed it too much, yeah, it's just lost the rear end. It's very unfortunate, so that'll allow Jake to get a nice healthy lead now. As we come back live. So current standings at lap 26, we have Anthony Koenig in first, Mark Wilmington in second, Shane Best in, Jake Burton in third, Shane Best in fourth, Jamie Peters in fifth, Kurt Stenberg in sixth, Isaac in seventh, eighth is Shane Brooks, ninth is Nils, 10th is Hayden Felici, and 11 is Reens Dreges. Not to finish, Brian Borger's disconnected, Brenton O'Brien disconnected, Tobias is also disconnected right at the start. As Jamie Peters comes into pit now. Be an interesting stop, so this should cleanse the field slightly with Shane Best still out, I think. Yep, Shane Best still out, as we'll just watch Jamie through his pit stop there. Another car in the pits, that's Reens Dreges. He's having a few dramas, he's been in the pits for a while now. And Jamie comes to a stop. So Shane Best's the only one out of the top 10 that hasn't pitted yet, so this will be interesting to see if Jamie can get the undercut on him and come out in front after the cycle of pit stops. Very difficult pit exit here too. You got cars full speed coming into that corner. There goes Shane Best, sorry. No, that would be Shane Brooks. Need to refresh. There we go. So yes, that was Shane Brooks going through on Jamie there. That battles for 7th and 8th now. The only car not to pit is Shane, but it looks like he might be in the pit lane now. Yes, Shane Best in the pit, so we'll just watch this now and we'll see where he comes out. As he comes to a stop, and we'll go back to... No, we won't, we shall stay here. Oh, there's Tobias connecting by the look of it. Tobias has reconnected, has not come into TeamSpeak again yet, but if he does, I shall... and Tobias just coming out there, putting Shane Best off a bit. He's going to come out and run a few laps. It's 26 laps down, he might just be getting out there to give the car a bit of a run. Shane Best comes out in front of Shane Brooks and also Jamie Peters there, so that was a good pit stop. He did it in 16.2, so he had a slower stop than Shane Brooks and he still managed to come out in front of him, so his pit crew's done really well there. He must have had a very good in and out lap. Mark Wilmington running in 4th. Again, another consistent drive by him. In top 5s the last few weeks. Always does well. Jamie Peters now hunting down Shane Brooks. Field seems to be a bit spread out now. Kurt Stenberg and Anthony Kernich look like they're having a fairly good battle here. Let's jump on board with Anthony for a bit of a lap around Oran Park now. As he chases down Kurt Stenberg for second place. Yeah, nice lap there by Anthony. Nice and smooth. Gained a little bit of time there, so this battle heating up. Jake Burton's about 8 seconds up in front at the moment. He's running his own race. He's just got to keep putting in his consistent times. That's Oran Park, a beautiful track that unfortunately is no longer with us in Australia. It is now pretty much a housing development with no real evidence of the track anymore. Unfortunately, a fair few years ago, the government decided to develop it and sold off the track. It was very unfortunate. A lot of different series are run out here, and it was a very enjoyable track. Pretty much you could see the whole track from any spectator point, and it was excellent to watch all the different types of cars run around here. And I was lucky enough to drive my own car around here a few times before they shut the track down. They had a few track days and drift days, so it's very good that iRacing got out and got to scan this track before they got rid of it. Just jump back to this Kurt Stenberg battle now, and Anthony Kernich. These boys really driving the wheels off these cars, trying to keep ahead of one another. Bit of sideways there. Out of the king, unsettled the car, might give Anthony a little bit of a run coming onto the main straight. He's got a good drive. Pokes the nose out, decides to stick back in. Oh, he's going to look up the inside, not close enough on this time. That Dayco Powerbomb car has its mirrors full of the blue Pertec Falcon. Coming back up over the bridge, the famous figure 8 configuration of this track, enjoyed by a lot of drivers. Track seems to offer good grip, but yeah, a bit harsh on the tyres, but very, very fun track. I mean, 53 laps, 54 laps of flies by when you're running here. And in the official series this week, I think they're running 65 laps, so it's excellent driving experience for anyone in iRacing. Even if you don't drive the V8 often, jump in it and give it a bladder around this track in a practice session. It's good fun. So with 19 laps to go, your top 10 looks like this. It's Jake Burton in first, and Kurt Stenberg in second, followed by Anthony Koenig, which is the battle you're watching now. Mark Wilmington in fourth, Isaac in fifth, Shane Best in sixth, Shane Brooks in seventh, Jamie Peters in eighth, Nils in Jordan in ninth, Hayden Felici in 10th, and Reens Dredges rounds out 11th, and Tobias is still 26 laps down in 14th. Possibly by the end of the race he may get up past Brenton and Brian, but at the moment he's just out there doing laps, trying to get some experience in, obviously, for the main races tomorrow and Monday night. As we look now, Anthony Koenig with a real good run right up the back of Stenny. So a little bit loose on the brakes there. Let's have a look out the back now of Kurt's car as we look back at the Pertec Falcon. And round through part of the old karting track, up over the bridge. Now we head into the south part of the circuit where you can also run a short configuration. This track runs a few different ones. They could run 2 tracks at once with the karting track down the bottom and the south circuit up top. Kurt seems very strong through that midsection of the track there, but here we go. Anthony closing up. Another good run out of the straight. See the draft now. That Pertec Falcon got a good bit of horsepower. He pulls out the draft. Is he going to stick the nose up? No, he brakes early. He backs out of it. I think there he's just trying to get Kurt to try and outbrake himself possibly, which is easily done on that corner, as I've said before, as he looks down the inside. No, just pokes the nose out, gets back in line. Yeah, it's very easy to get the car unsettled, and if you're concentrating on the car behind you, you easily outbrake yourself coming into that turn 1. Here the tyres really working, trying to pull the car around these corners. Shows that they're really pushing. That gap now is only 0.1 of a second, so nothing in it. Let's see what kind of a run he gets off in this time. Doesn't. Oh, he sticks the nose out again, but I don't think he's going to be close as last time through here. So it looks like they're coming up on some lap traffic. Let's have a look now. This battle between Jamie Peters, Shane Brooks, and Shane Best. Just a couple of seconds separating these three. Been around the same area all race. Battling out for 6th, 7th and 8th. Looks like Tobias is now disconnected once again. And looks like he might be down in the comms box ready for an interview, so I might see if I can get him up.
Channel switched.
And joining me now in the commentary box is Tobias Zerny. Tobias, we saw you disconnected pretty much after the first corner on this race. Can you give us a heads up what happened?
Yeah, hello Luke. Yeah, I had a strange problem just after the first 2 corners. The game froze, the complete PC, I got a blue screen, and it took me half an hour to get back. And yeah, I pulled out a few quick times and unfortunately blew the engine. So very bad day for me, unlucky or everything.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. I was just mentioning you before that looking forward to a good race with a pit strategy, as you're known to be good at, and we saw the car disappear and you never came back.
Yeah, I was hoping that I do not, that my car does not strange things on the other guys' computers, just disappear and it's gone. Yeah, nothing I could do. As I said, I had froze. I had the sound was stuck, everything was stuck, and yeah.
Yeah, it's very unlucky, buddy. But yes, your car did just disappear and didn't cause anyone else too many dramas, so it pretty much moved off the track straight away, which was a good thing.
Yeah, that's good. And according to the race, I'm not exactly sure what's going on. I just at the moment Carnage battling with Stenny.
Yeah, there's a few good battles going on, but yeah, Kurt had a bit of a moment and he was right behind Jake and had a spin just after the bridge, so that's why there's such a big gap there. As Jake got a bit sideways there coming through the flip flop. But yeah, it's a
I
good.
think they're both doing a good job.
Yeah, it's a good battles going on. We saw you got back out there and had a few goes. I wondered. I said that the you were back in the pits, and looks like that's what happened. You blew your motor.
I got the fastest race lap quickly. In the car, first the PC wasn't didn't want to race, and now the car just gave up and broke away from me.
Yeah, it's obviously had enough for the season by the sound of it. I suppose you can't win them all, and it'll be good to see one of these other Powerbomb boys hopefully get up there.
Yeah, Jake wanted to. Yeah, he wanted me to not take part in the race so that he can win, but might have something to do with my troubles. I'm not sure what he has done. But anyway, looking good for him.
Yeah, I'd be having a stern word to him afterwards. I was on CS before when you guys were giving a bit of banter, so they wanted you in the comms box, so we've got you for an interview, so I'm guessing that's as close as he's going to get. Looks like Jake just coming up on some lap traffic there. Didn't cause him too much drama. Alright mate, I'll leave you to it to watch the rest of the race, and congratulations on your championship once again.
Yeah, thank you.
And
I
hope
can also co-commentate with you to get the last 10 laps. Try my best.
yeah, no worries. Yeah, I can stay in here and have a chat with you. I was getting a bit lonely, so I got about 12 laps to go by the look of it. Just got my eye on Jake at the moment. He's out to about an 8.5 second lead. And Kurt and Anthony trying to catch that up, but I think they might struggle to make that time up. He's driving a pretty consistent race. Just looking on this battle now with Anthony and Kurt. Coming through the last corner now, back onto the main straight. Anthony seems really strong out of there as he's got a good run again on him now.
Yeah, I heard from Stenny that it wasn't the first time. Let's see what Anthony is doing now. Looks good.
Yeah, the first few times Anthony's backed off a bit, so I broke a bit earlier, giving him the room, which it looks like he might have done there again, but he's definitely sticking with him.
I mean, I can tell from the driver's point of view that it's really a tough corner to overtake, and you really, yeah, if you're going side by side there and you're on the inner line, it's very difficult. You have to guess where the other car is, you have to guess how much space he needs, you have to guess, and hope that he also leaves space for you, and yeah, it's pretty difficult there. But one of the only a few chances here, and it's probably one of the best, at least.
Yeah, definitely. I was just explaining to the viewers as well, coming up through here, through the flip-flop over that hill, how blind of an actual corner that is when you're following another car. It's very difficult to stay committed when you're within a certain distance, because you just can't see where you're going.
Same also for turn 1. I'm using the end of the pit walls as first braking marker, and if you have a car directly in front, you... Oh, there he runs wide. Carnage is off. Might have had the same problem as I just mentioned, that you really cannot see the first braking point. And either you brake way too early or you're too late.
Yeah, that's it. It's very easy to get the car out of shape and onto the grass there, as it's very off camber coming around that corner. The car just wants to go to the outside, and when you try and pull it up, the rear end just wants to lock. So we've got 10 laps to go now. I'll just run through the order. We've got Jake Burton in first, Kurt Stenberg in second, Anthony Kernich in third, Mark Wilmington in fourth, Isaac Figueredo in fifth, Shane Best in sixth, Jamie Peters in seventh, Nils Jordan in eighth, Shane Brooks in ninth, and looks like Reens will be 10th, but because Hayden Felici has disconnected, but it's a couple laps down. And
running through the order, there was just a quite dangerous moment with Shane Brook and Isaac. He was lapping there, and yeah, I was on Shane Brook there, and it was... If he had turned into first corner, I guess they would have made contact.
Yeah, just having a look at that battle now. Yeah, these guys have been going at it all race, along with Jamie Peters and Shane Best as well. So, as he looks like he's caught one of the Redback racing cars there, and just might be holding him up a little bit, but it's so hard to let him past on that first corner.
Niels lets him by, and now the battle is on again with Shane and Niels.
So a few of the boys, I noticed that Jake pitted around early, like lap 15 or 16, I think. Is he going to have enough fuel to get past, you think? What was your fuel window looking at?
I can quite easily stretch out 39 laps. Wow, Jake is a bit out of shape here. Oh, I'm way past. I wasn't up to date line, now I'm live. Yeah, I would say 39 laps full throttle. You can get it to 40, so pit window opens lap 15, 16. So you should... Oh, no. Lap 13, 14, so you should be fine. Just testing the tire behavior over such a long stint as well.
Yeah, I was saying earlier that I found in my earlier race today in the V8 Americas that my tyre wear, if you went on the longer run, was shocking towards the end of the stint. So you didn't want to pit too early, as I thought you might want some fresher tyres later on in the race.
Definitely, but if you're able to gain a few seconds by the undercut, and if you're stuck in traffic before, it's an option, and maybe in the end you got enough distance to the guy behind that you can leave a few seconds, but of course battling is will be then difficult. So last time around, Steny lost around 9/10 of a second compared to Gurnage. Maybe we see this battle heating up again.
Yeah, well, that gap now is back to only about 4 seconds, and Anthony's been driving pretty consistent besides that little mistake on turn 1 that we saw earlier. And maybe Kurt's tyres might just be wearing out a little bit, might allow him to be reeled in.
Yeah, he pitted on lap 17, I think. Anthony pit later, lap 26, so he should have better tires.
And we've now got 7 laps to go. Final round of the V8 Supercar Championship Season 1 2014 from Oran Park. You're with Luke Emerton, and joining me in the commentary box for the last couple of laps has been Tobias, which unfortunately had a disconnection as we saw earlier on in the race. These boys now just trying to hang on for the last few laps, trying not to make any mistakes, to try and get the car to the finish line without fencing it, hopefully. A few of these battles have now cooled off and just a fair few seconds in between each one. Looks like the gap between Kurt and Anthony has stayed about the same, and Jake's out in front by 9 seconds.
Wow, but another quick lap from Anthony, 7.8 compared to Stenny's 8.5. So, yes, Stenny will be watching the F3 box, the relative one, and hopes that Anthony's not catching up any further, as he has to deal with some traffic in the next couple of laps near Stenny.
Yeah, well, it looks like Kurt's just coming out the back of Jamie Peters now, which would be the next car in the line to be a lap down. So, as Jamie just let him through there.
Yeah, it was a bit by accident, I would say.
So no real hold up there for Kurt. So Anthony will be spewing a bit. He'll be hoping to get past Jamie as quick as possible and continue that battle. I'm sure Jamie's fairly aware he's in the middle of a sandwich here as Brenton O'Brien comes out of the pits for the millionth time, I would say. I think he's had 19 pit stops this race, so somebody's run wide there.
Yeah, Shane Best ran wide into turn 1, leaving Stenny through, and the battle is up again with Jamie Peters, who lets Anthony through there. So I think these are the two closest battles at the moment.
Yeah, we've got a battle within a battle here. We've got lap cars in a battle, and we've got the lead cars in a battle, all mixed in. Make an interesting last 5 laps.
Oh, I see Brenton O'Brien is back on the track. He might get my 13th spot there. Guess he just needs to do 2 more laps.
Yeah, he's 40 laps down at the moment, so I don't know what's happened to him, but he was in and out of the pits from lap 1, and he's been in and out every couple of laps, so I'm not sure what kind of dramas he's having. Was there any word over the driver radio what happened to him at all?
I mean, I was blind for the first half because I wasn't. I saw my blue screen.
Ah, yes.
No idea what was going on.
Oh, Shane Best goes round. Oh, right in front of Anthony.
The infield of this kart track here.
Yeah, definitely don't want to be on that kart track. Not on this configuration anyway. That's allowed Jamie Peters through. So Jamie Peters now moves into 6th spot. Shane Best looks like he'll hold 7th for now.
Yeah, he got lucky that he didn't make contact with any tire barriers that are there, so he had just loss of time in one position, unfortunately.
Oh, Kurt ran a little bit wide there, coming into turn 2 again. That gap now back to Anthony is only 2 seconds, so, or 2.8 roughly. They've got another lap car between them there. And Brenton O'Brien is back out on track. Has done 40 laps and has overtaken you, Tobias, for 13th and 14th.
Yeah, unfortunately I can't strike back since the engine is gone. I had plans to maybe get up to 11th back, but yeah,
I did put a fast there is one fast repair, or they couldn't repair it.
I might have used it after my rejoin. I don't know what happened exactly
Ah, yeah.
from the server's point of view.
As I said, you just disappeared off the track, but yeah, possibly the sim made you take some damage. Not sure.
So Stenny just needs to hold it together for the last 2 laps. Gap is, yeah, roughly 2.5 seconds. So he should be fine.
Yeah, back to our leader now. Jake Burton coming around on the penultimate lap. This time by he will see the white flag and have 2.6 kilometers before he secures his win. Driven a good race today, had a good battle there for a while with Kurt and Anthony, but a little mistake by Kurt has allowed him to have this lead of about 10 seconds now, so just needs to hold it together. He's through the most difficult turn, he's through turn 2, as I think Shane Brooks just went round behind him actually.
And Anthony is turning it on. Decrease the gap to 2 seconds. Might just be a little bit too late. So an 8.7 from Stenny versus the 7.9 from Anthony.
Jake Burt now just with the flip-flop and the... Oh, he's already drifting. Oh, this is a bit of pre-celebration. This could go wrong. Oh no, he's held together. He's got last corner now. He drifts the last corner, showing off a bit early. He's safe. He'll safely get it home now. Oh, he's lost. He's on the grass. Oh, the finish line's there. Oh, he just crosses and he causes Brooks.
Wow, that was close.
Yeah, and the fight for second and third was close as well. That could have ended very badly there. He's put Shane Brooks off, but then I'm not sure if Shane would have finished due to being lapsed, so there might be a bit of argument there later on if he actually had to do another lap, but I don't think so. I think he would have finished and that would have been it for him. Jake Burton, your winner for the final round at Oran Park. Ahead of Kurt Stenberg and Anthony Kernich in third, Mark Warmington in fourth, Isaac in fifth, Jamie Peters in sixth, Shane Best in seventh, Shane Brooks in eighth, Nils Jordan in ninth, Hayden Felici in 10th, Reens Dredges in 11th, Brian Borg in 12th, Brenton O'Brien in 13th, Tobias, you ended up 14th with only 42 laps down, and myself who didn't start. So that was a good race. Looks like Tobias has left us for now. Just having a look on TeamSpeak. Doesn't look like any drivers want to have a chat tonight. I might just leave it for a second to see if anyone jumps on. So interesting race there to finish the last round of Season 1 2014. Oh, Tobias has jumped back. Jake Burton's jumped up into the commentary channel, so I'll just drop him down into the interview channel and see how we go.
User joined your channel.
We got Shane Best joining us in the commentary channel, and also Jake Burton. So we'll talk to our race winner first. Jake, good race there, mate. Nice and consistent. Kurt and Anthony gave you a good run for a bit there, but Kurt had a bit of a mistake and gave you a bit of a lead. How was your race?
Hi Luke, yeah, it was an exceptional race, had a lot of fun. The strategy was a little ambitious, pitting that early, and I thought Kernich might catch me a little with the newer tyres, but Stenny held him back a little. So Stenny and I tried the early strategy for the pit stop, and yeah, it kind of paid off because we got 10-second gap or so, and it was unfortunate he spun because it would have been great racing towards the end. But yeah, it's also unfortunate Tobias's computer crashed because otherwise we would have had another awesome race, I'm pretty sure. So still very happy to win a round. That was my goal going into this season, so very happy.
Yeah, it was a good race, mate. Did well there to keep it together, and a few of the other boys just had a few little errors here and there. But I actually asked Tobias once he jumped in for a chat, and he asked, I asked him, would you be able to make it on fuel? He said, yeah, you should be right. So yeah, the strategy was good, but must have held on to the tyres fairly well near the end of the stint there.
Yeah, that's for sure. It was definitely, I pitted literally the lap. Had I pitted a lap earlier, I wouldn't have made it on fuel, so I pretty much just had to make a longer second stint, and pretty much thanks to Stenny's little mishap, I was lucky, so I only really had to push at 90% for the rest of the race, and therefore had tyres at the end to use, so.
It's good, mate. Well done, and congratulations again. And would you like to thank anyone before we let you go and talk to somebody else?
Yeah, of course, the team and my fantastic teammates, Stenny and Tobias, and yeah, this will be my last ARL race, probably forever, and certainly my last for Powerbond as I'm leaving the team at the end of the season, so a big thanks to the team for this season, and of course Apex Racing's League and yourselves for a great season.
Yeah, no worries, mate, and good luck with your future endeavours, and I'm sure we'll see you around anyway, somewhere, and good luck, and thanks for being with us and racing as well.
Yeah, thanks very much, guys. I might come back next season, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see if we can con you into coming in for a few races here and there.
Yeah, might do that. I'd love to challenge for the championship, however. Didn't really get a chance to this season, so I was busy a lot of weekends, but Tobias needs some competition, so maybe next season I might hop in and try and do a whole season.
No worries, Jake. Well, have a good one, mate, and we'll let you go. And we've got somebody else here ready to talk. We've got Shane Best, mate. How you going? And how was your race? Finished 7th by the look of it. You there, Shane? Oh, Shane doesn't want to talk, so we'll have a talk to Kurt, who's just joined us in the commentary channel. How you going, Kurt? And you had a good race again today in 2nd. Unfortunately, you had a little bit of an off there and allowed Jake to run away with it.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Right at the first lap, which was pretty interesting. So yeah, I got a bit of a lead, but yeah, Jake decided he was going to undercut me, and he got out in front. And yeah, I'm still not sure what happened. I looped it. Don't know why I looped it. I think I just had a lead foot. So oh well. Well done to Jake for winning the race. I had a little bit of a battle there with Kernich, trying to hold him off in the last few laps until he made a mistake.
Yeah, well, that was a good battle. We were following that battle for a long time there in the last 15 odd laps, and fighting your way through a bit of lap traffic. But
Joined your channel.
yeah, it was a good race all around, and the pit strategy seemed to work out well as well. How did you find the tyre wear?
My tyres were pretty shot, but I'm not quite sure because I know Kernich had like brand new tyres. Yeah, my car probably was still alright. It's just, yeah, he had a lot more pace than me, so
User joined your channel.
a little bit hard to try and hold him off, but yeah.
No worries, mate. And would you like to say hi to anyone or thank any sponsors before we let you go?
Yeah, I'll thank Jake, and I'll thank Tobias, and yeah, Powerbone and Daycar. I'll also thank Mick Mullen for making the setup this week.
Not a problem, mate. Seemed like a pretty solid set. So good luck in your rest of your racing for this week with the official series, and we'll hopefully see you back for the ARL Season 2 2014 in a few weeks.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'll see if I can make it back. I don't know whether I'll be able to run the full season again,
User
but I'll
joined your
see.
channel.
Yep, no worries, mate. Well, congratulations again on another consistent second place, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, guys.
And now we've got Shane Best. We'll see if we can get him again. Are you there, Shane?
Yeah, I'm here, mate. Thanks for that. Sorry about before. I must have had some sort of microphone malfunction.
You're alright, mate. You had a pretty consistent race. Good mid-pack battle there with Jamie and Shane Brooks and that for most of the race. How'd you find it? Finished in 7th place, so good result.
Yeah, it was a really good result. I was pretty stoked with the result. I think that's probably my best I've done here in ARL, so very happy with that. Yeah, at the beginning, look, it was a really good battle to begin with. I had Brooksy and one of my teammates as well with me, who was really good. Basically, yeah, I thought at first I had a little bit of speed, so I tried to take advantage of it and made a couple of passes and got myself up the front of that pack. And I noticed that once you got to the front, it was a bit hard to pass as well, so I tried to use that to my advantage as much as possible. But yeah, it was a really good battle with those guys and a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was good. Got a lot of airtime on the broadcast today with that battle, with not a lot else happening on the track at that time. So we had a good 4-car battle there. It was good to watch for at least 10 to 15 laps till the pit stop started. And once the pit stop happened, you seemed to come out around each other as well. So yeah, it was good to watch.
Yeah, I try to use a little bit of strategy to my advantage and try and come out at the front of the pack, because I thought that if I come out the front of the pack, I could just hold the rest of the guys off, because I looked like the car was pretty wide today, which was good. And yeah, that was the way it turned out. I made a few little mistakes at the end, which was a bit annoying, but yeah, overall, really happy with the race and really good result for me. I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, well, congratulations once again, mate. It's a good result for the KRF Falcon, and we hope to see you back next season as well. You want to thank anyone before we let you go?
Yeah, look, I would actually. It is my last race for KOF. May not have as much time to commit as I previously do at the moment, so I decided to step away and give someone else who's got a bit more time to go. So, look, I'd like to thank Nobby first of all for giving me a spot in his team. It's been very good to be with the boys. Also want to thank sponsors ARL, KRF, Aloha Gardens as well. And also just to yourselves, the guys who in the combox like yourself and Alex and Nobby as well throughout the season, who have done a really good job with the broadcast. Thanks very much, guys.
Yeah, no worries, Shane, and it's good to have you on the team, mate. And hopefully you do well in your next adventures, and I'm sure we'll see you around here and there when you get the time to jump on, say hello, and we'll talk to you soon, mate. Good result again.
Definitely. Thanks, mate. Thanks very much.
Now I have one more by the look of it. Looks like Anthony Kernich is there. If he's got his volume muted at the moment, so not sure if he's going to have a chat to us.
Let's poke him a bit. Yep.
Oh, yeah. That's all. Now he's got his microphone muted. And there we go. Now we've got Anthony Kernich, finished 3rd today in the race. Had a good battle with Kurt and Jake towards the start there, and just had a little bit of an off as well near the end, and may or may not have cost him 2nd place, but it was a good battle anyway to watch. How'd you find your race, mate?
Yeah, I finally got off the line this time, which was a change. So I pretty much started my race from turn 2, and then yeah, I was surprised I could keep up with the 2 guys in front. And then I stayed out on the pit stop to see what would happen, and yeah, it was pretty intense for 2nd, and then a couple of unforced errors crept in, and yeah, I sort of had to settle for 3rd in the end.
Yeah, no worries, mate. It was good, close racing there for the last 10-15 laps. Once the pit stops had gone through as well. And how'd you find the race? Not too bad with tyre wear and fuel strategy?
The fuel strategy was straightforward. Pretty much pit when you want. Tyres, yeah, the tyres did did fall off towards the end. Got a bit slippery, but I started the pressures a little bit lower, so it seemed to come in towards the end of the run. I felt my pace was pretty good, and yeah, pity I made this couple of unforced errors, but it's racing.
Yeah, I was saying to Tobias there, the last few laps there, you know, within 5 laps you pulled in, you know, 4 seconds almost on Kurt, so you know you needed a couple more laps there, or obviously as you said, not to make that little mistake at the end, and you may have had that. So yeah, you were having a good run. As you said, the setup seemed to come in towards the end of your run.
Yeah, this track they're so tight and twisty and so many corners that if you set up your car, you can set up your car to be good on as the run goes along, or good at the start. And I went for the long run option. It seemed to pay off.
Yeah, no, it was really good. You were nice and strong there near the end. So yeah, another good result in second. I'm not sure. I don't have the championship table in front of me at the moment. So we know that Tobias had won it, but I'm not sure where that finishes you on the table. But I think most of the top boys that finished tonight were in the top 5 or 3, I guess, in the championship. So it was probably a good result. And I know a few of the Power Bond are really happy with their results as well tonight. And will we see you back? Will we see you back next year, mate?
Yeah, I'll be back.
Or next
I'll be back
season,
next
sorry,
season.
in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back next season. I only ran 3 races this season. The intention was to run the full season next season, or as many races as possible. And yeah, looks like a pretty good schedule and a couple of new tracks on there, so should be good fun.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to the new Texas one. So that should be very interesting. And anyway, mate, anyone you'd like to thank before we head off?
No, I pretty much work for myself and not really on any teams, and worked on the set myself, and pretty much was a lone ranger.
Oh, no worries. So there's a heads up for any of you top teams out there looking for an up and coming quick driver. He's got some good results in him in this ARL and looking to run a full season next season. So yeah, mate, if you keep those results up, I'm sure if you wanted to, you might get snapped up by one of the good teams around here. So good luck with it, and I hope to see you next season.
Yeah, I'll be back.
No dramas at all. Well, thanks a lot for your interview, boys. I know there's a fair few in this channel, and it's the only way I could do it due to my restrictions on admin. Anyway, so thanks a lot for watching the last round of the ARL TV Supercar v8 Supercar series from Oran Park. And I'm Luke Emerton, was joined in the last couple of minutes by Tobias. Thanks for that, Tobias. And we shall see you all in a few weeks for a new, fresh season. Thanks a lot again, guys, and we'll talk to you later.